Progress.
Hello, welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm going to turn up the speaker.
Fantastic.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, I've lost my picture. Let's see. How do I do that?
Take your time, no worries.
Not sure what happened. Oh, huh. Let's see. Okay, so let's see here. Now, how do I make it full screen? Hmm, doesn't seem to allow me to do that. And I don't see you.
Okay. It would be good if you could see me. It would the
Yes.
visual would be very useful.
Yeah. Do I need to go out and come back in or something?
We can do that if you want. No problem. Try that.
Okay. Okay, that's better. Now, let's see. View, full screen. Aha, I'm cooking with gas. Okay.
Okay. Good, good, good. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And so, before we begin, is there anything that you would like us to focus on today?
Mm, it appears that I have some limitations, both in reflected in my health, but energy and sleep. And yeah, I would like to move forward and be able to accomplish more, whatever my mission is here. So that's important to me. Um, yeah.
Okay, okay. So, we'll focus on anything that may be uh, interrupting the sleep process and your energy also. That being said, I'd like to begin with burning some Palo Santo. If you have any sage or incense or any Palo Santo, anything that burns and creates smoke, it would be good if you use that. If it's not handy, I'll do it on behalf of both of us.
I burned some white sage recently and some
Okay,
incense earlier.
okay, that's perfect. Okay, let's get a good amount of smoke so I cleanse my energy and my environment. Okay, that should suffice. Excellent. Okay. So, I would like to now use my singing bowl for an additional level of cleansing, but also the sound will allow me to tune in a little bit more, get some initial pictures, some initial information for you. Amazing. So, initial information I'm getting powerful multidimensional presence, and yet there are obstructions in your path. we'll have a look. We will have a look together and see what we can remove. Step by step, I'm going to explain. But then as moving forward, there's this great potential for elevation of your energy, waiting right at the cusp, waiting for an event. And I believe that this coming together and this co-creation of ours and healing will be that event, pushing you, excelling you forward. There was also, I got images of a wavy ocean. I don't know how that resonates with you, but there's a lot of energy in this. So it's not the calm ocean, it is very much so energetic. So there is a connection with the waters. And again, with that kind of storm, there's always a cleansing involved. So perhaps that is symbolic of what we are going to accomplish together today. But a lot of turbulence. So let me move forward and progress. We'll get more information as these come in for me. I'll share with you every step of the way. So I'd like to ask for your permission to fully connect to your energy and begin the cleansing and healing work. May I proceed?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Calling to my beloved, source of all sources, source of all things in all domains. Calling in light, blessing, healing, purification, and energies of ascension and growth, so that this session may be aligned with our highest soul purpose, highest good, greatest life, health, wealth, progress, and joy. And may the overflow wash across the cosmos and serve the highest good of all. Okay, so beginning with the soul star. So right at the boundaries between your infinite being and physicality, we'll do some clearing there. So the involvement of those conscious beings that are causing impedance goes well beyond the physical realm. And so let's do some clearing on the soul star, the branches going out into extended, the extended reality, the infinite fractal of existence. So, by the way, I use a number of rattles, each from a different tree, each with its own unique energy. So for clearing, I break up stagnant energy with the sequoia and break the obstruction into the consistency of fine dry sand, and then use a shard of obsidian like a vacuum cleaner, pulling it out of your energy. Okay, so focusing on the soul star. Your energetic structure is highly responsive. It's not taking much at all. And yet this obstruction being in place is having a less than helpful effect on you. So let's continue clearing. And let's vacuum out all that sand, the broken up shards of blockages. My dear friend, there's evidence of okay, I'm just going to present it to you the way I see it. Somebody has done negative magic on you. There's abuse of spirituality evident, like a binding or a boundary on your higher consciousness with the purpose of restriction. You are one powerful cookie, okay? And so the intention was preventing you from doing what you have come here to do. No problem. Let's break it. So I'm not going to use the rattles. I'm going to use a tantric approach, which is the foundation of Buddhism and the Hindu tradition. Okay. Om Vajra Kili Kilaya Sarva Vignam Vamhumpe. Let's build up some energy together. Om Vajra Kili Kilaya Sarva Vignam Vamhumpe. Om Vajra Kili Kilaya Sarva Vignam Vamhumpe. Focusing on the structure of the magic spoken upon you so very long ago, and collecting all its effects, primary and secondary, and all following effects in all domains that consciousness exists, pulling it all into one location, pegging it down for the purpose of destroying it and removing it from your energy in all domains that consciousness exists, and now bringing such a removal into existence. Okay, we broke it. It's just falling off and dissolving, as if the shards breaking off are not hitting the ground. It is being removed from existence. That was severely limiting you.
And it's not from... Can you see when that was from? Out of curiosity.
Absolutely. It would be interesting to see when and where. So, tracing its aroma back to the source of it, when this was. Okay. Now again, interestingly, I'm getting the waves of the ocean. So imagine there is a sacred temple. We'll get to the time zone, roughly around the correct time zone. So on top of a very high, elevated, let's say, cliff or a mountain, where immediately after the cliff you have the ocean. This is the scenery. And so it's dark. This is a few hours before dawn. There are torches, and there are 3 of you. All 3 are feminine. And so there is a betrayal occurring towards you, where the motivation is envy, pure jealousy, as if you have grown to be too powerful for the liking of the two other practitioners. This was a bond of friendship that was betrayed. So they didn't like how powerful you became, or your free will, the nature of liberty in your being, and so they deceived you and basically placed this limitation around your energy, severely, almost completely restricting what comes from your infinite being into that body at the time, and every consecutive vessel that you chose to incarnate within. There is immense power waiting to come forth, with a big backlog of information that is beholden to you. Okay, time and location. Ireland.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I'm getting powerful goosebumps. There's you have the support of your Celtic ancestors. And I'm getting a mighty, mighty roar, as if from an army. An entire army, like beating on their chest and roaring as if we've got you. It is time, we've got you. Okay, so location is Ireland, and this would be the west of Ireland. Time, this is after the previous ice age. Yes, most certainly. So it's not going very far back. A few thousand years. Let's see if I can pin it down with anything in the surrounding. Definitely pre-Roman, so still the Celtic and Druidic culture was dominant. Connection to the Tuatha de Danann. So your link with these ascended beings was a source of the envy also. They were drawn out of our realm, again, by means that are dishonorable. What you were trying to accomplish is opening a portal back, because the way has to be opened from this side once again, and you were prevented from doing so. So very much the two sisters that betrayed you, they betrayed everything, not just you. Time, approximately. Again, there's nothing to anchor me down into an exact number, but think in the region of 5,000 years. Strong connections to Egypt. The later Egyptian kingdoms treasured the knowledge that you and your kind held. The people linked to the Tuatha De Danann had a major hand in resurrecting the ancient knowledge that was inherited by the later Egyptians from Atlantis. Again, you kept your link. I'm talking about your people in that era. You kept a understanding of that wisdom which the Egyptians lost due to famine. All the learned masters starved to death, and so there was a very powerful connection back and forth between Ireland and Egypt, where you would have a role of re-educating the keepers of the knowledge. So that is the nature of the work you were doing. And then the time came for humanity to sink ever deeper into darkness, which was natural, the final few thousand years of the Kali Yuga, the Dark Ages. And so your removal, energetic assassination, became paramount, which was carried out. So that's the backstory about this energetic binding upon your energy. And so since then you have incarnated many times, maintaining your loving and gentle nature with the knowledge that something is missing. That is true. Something very large, very infinite was missing, but no more. Now that the obstruction is removed, let's start pulling in light from your infinite being. And also we'll check out the state of this current vessel, make sure that it is in tip-top shape to accept the wisdom and blessings of your soul. And heads up, rejoice, because if you choose to reincarnate here, it'll be available to you. Again, you'll be born with it. And if you choose to reincarnate anywhere else, the same is also true. So the limitation is gone. It is appropriate that now we're at the very end of the Dark Ages. We have a few centuries of transition before the new Satya Yuga, the Golden Age, begins. And your return is instrumental. By the way, you're not the first outstanding, powerful, shining beacon of light that has found their way to me. It seems it is my role to serve the masters, and I honor you. This is now removed, liberating the soul star, the soul bridge connecting to the crown, and very much so the upper chakras. Have you ever seen the Iron Maiden? It's a instrument that was used in the Spanish Inquisition, like a sarcophagus with spikes inside. They pushed the poor person in and closed the door, so it wasn't enough to kill them immediately, but anything, even breathing, would have been painful. So this is what's coming into my mind when I want to describe the energetic structure of this device placed upon your higher chakras and your infinite being.
I have a particular distaste for the Inquisition, as well as the whole Vatican and all that, and the missionaries and all of it.
Yeah. And so you see, the roots of such darkness don't start with Rome. They were just the last puppets to be used for this. It goes way back. And so this kind of battle between light and dark, one winning, the other losing, it's cyclical. So it's not limited to the Romans and then what became of their empire, which is modern day Vatican. They still have their hands in everything, by the way. But guess what? You're going to have the last laugh. So that is removed. So let's go back to the very top. Let's have a look. Okay, my dear friend, I'm going to use Magnolia. Divine feminine energy, very, very healing. So healing the branches of the tree, the soul star, and the bridge. And then we're going to start working on the boundaries of physicality. So let's heal the wounds so you don't hemorrhage any energy. Lots of puncture wounds. So this was a very cruel, vengeful spell placed upon you. Just darkness. Okay, let's first heal, and then I'll do another few layers of cleansing. Okay, so healing the wounds so you don't hemorrhage any energy through the bridge, and touching now the top of the crown. Okay, good. Now let's do some more cleansing. Again, going back to the sequoia. So from the very tips of the branches, reaching everything everywhere, where your infinite being is. Many domains. So clearing all the way down, breaking up any residual effects from this curse or binding. Now into the soul star itself and moving across the soul bridge, and now entering the boundaries of the body from the crown, cleansing the crown. Okay, let's pause there and let's vacuum out what we've broken off from the infinity of your being, limiting it to this universe, coming over the soul bridge, and now your crown. There we go. There we go. And now let's pull light in. Introduce your conscious mind and physical body to the true you. So calling in reverence and honor your infinite soul, calling in reverence and honor my beloved, beloved source of all sources. Let's stream light in, calling the light, and it is now coming in through the branches, down through into the soul star and making its way over the bridge and now hitting the crown. Let's pull more light into the body and illuminate everything, guiding it downwards through the body to exit through your feet and enter into the earth. Okay, so more is coming, more information is coming as we're illuminating your energy. There's very much a warrior energy within you, as in you would not tolerate or be silent when faced with a wrongdoing, violation of free will, or the suppression of the vulnerable. And imagery of your true self, the color white. Again, your steed, the horse, would have been white, but you would have had a long spear illuminated. So this would have been your magical weapon of choice. The wood is very unusual. So is the metal, both creating the tip of the spear and your armor. It's not something I've come across. It's not silver. It is it's got a white hue as it is radiated. So it's not earth-bound metal. It is something very, very different. And also different jewelry that would be incorporated, not for aesthetic reasons, for the spiritual and magical use of these gems. They would have been empowered. So you would have the gift of still communicating with crystals and using them effectively. So Soul Star, pulling in even more light. Let's wash this completely, and now approaching the bridge. Let's see the state. It's about 30-35% active. That is monumental, by the way. Despite the limitations, you have reestablished this bridge. So at birth, in order to maintain the illusion that is physical reality, the holographic world, the matrix. The soul bridge and the earth bridge are severed so that we don't know who we are and what we are, so the experiment can continue. You've reestablished the soul bridge, which is very impressive. And this is through sheer strength of will from the conscious mind above, striving for the source of all things, and it has been successful. So allow me to confirm this for you. Hey, well done. It's worked. So any downloads that you have successfully received up to this point, despite the limitation, is a monument to the strength of your will and the strength of your soul. Heads up, is going to get a lot stronger. We're going to remove any barriers in this process. So pulling in more light into the branches of your soul star, focusing it all powerfully into the soul star, and now streaming downwards so it enters you through the crown. Every photon of light that spirals down leaves a path or trail of light in its wake, thus reconstructing the bridge. So let's pull in more light, encourage the flow. So coming down, we're filling the bridge for you. Okay, 45%. This is going very quickly. Reestablishing the bridge. 55. Very, very good. Thank you for your patience. Let's continue with this. Encouraging more light in. 65. 70. 80. We've kicked up some dust, so to speak, from the crown, doing another level of clearing and vacuuming out what we broke up. And now let's pull in even more light. 80% full capacity, encouraging more light to enter through the crown and wash through your vessel, pumping everything into the earth. And so now I'm seeing the earth bridge connected, but at about 15% capacity. Okay, so we're going to mend that at the later stages. For now, let's focus on the higher centers. 95%, almost there. Pulling in more light, and the bridge is complete. Okay, and now let's enter gently yet powerfully into the crown and see what we're dealing with. There's one AI attachment. This would be between the center where the third eye is and the right temple. So here, this would cause parasitic thoughts, cyclical thoughts going on and on. You've solved the damn problem, but you still continue thinking about it. By the way, this also would mess with your sleep. So we found the culprit. As soon as you want to go into REM sleep, rapid eye movement, deep sleep, and start dreaming, this little bastard would start causing waves, so to speak.
Yes.
And this would have a bad effect on the physical health too. We need that deep sleep for the brain to wash itself and purge toxins. Okay, so immediately let's get this out. I'm going to use the Egyptian sistrum. This has been used to cleanse entire temple complexes. Where the sound carries, it does the cleansing. I'm going to use it to shift the AI out of your dimension, shifting it out of phase. So as we remove it, it does not snag on anything and cause injury. Okay, so focusing on this little AI guy. Okay, perfect. And now gently. By the way, this guy has been following you. It's an energetic implant that is not even from this lifetime. It's been following you for a number of incarnations. Let's get rid of it, then we can interrogate it. Okay, so gently and respectfully entering from the right side of your head above the ear. I'm inside the boundaries of the head, so I've got the main stem, and I'm now collecting all the little roots and tendrils grown into your energy, reaching the mid-plane, the central surface of the body, going through the crown, also liberating the third eye for you, pushing out of the center. Crown and third eye are clear. Now leaving the boundaries of the head, pulling it out of your energy. Let's pull it out of your aura. Okay, we've got it. It's been with you for a long time, and it has stolen memories from you. Let's empty its memory and return them to you in correct order. Very sophisticated magical work. These guys were not amateurs. It's very refined in its sophistication. You don't see that kind of thing nowadays. They don't build them like they used to. The newer versions are primitive in comparison to what I'm holding down right now. So let's empty out its memory, refine and cleanse it. Okay, we wiped it clean, and so I'm going to place this in a little boundary, a cage, so to speak, so it doesn't wiggle off and escape. Let's cleanse this energy for you. Let's see what I can use. It's the first time I'm cleansing information in this way, so it's exciting. Okay, let's use the masculine energy. Yes, appropriate. So cedar, masculine, powerful. Let's set some violet flame around it and strengthen the flame, burn what does not belong. And now gently connecting to your crown and your central nervous system, and giving you back the memories that will unfold naturally and healthily. Okay, stream complete. Then we'll proceed with clearing and cleansing the crown for you. Meanwhile, let's deal with this little guy. Okay, grabbing it by the tail again. It's pure evil, pure darkness. There's really no negotiating or offer of ascension. It just needs to go. But let's see if there are more of its kind in operation in the earthly domain. Yes, there are. So repeating this process that we both just went through for all those inflicted by its kind. So let's pull them all into one central location, healing and cleansing everyone inflicted. Again, this is a righteous action with benefits to the highest good of all. So there is no violation of free will in this healing for the collective, those who are inflicted by this technology. So pulling them all in through different portals, gathering them all into one central location. And let's burn them. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And I say, good riddance. Good riddance. So again, focusing on the crown for you. Let's do some final cleansing. Okay, beautiful. Oh, my dear friend, by the way, these tears, they're called somatic release. It's when your energy recognizes the liberation. And this is a powerful confirmation of healing. I welcome this. And you do too. Allow it to come. Because with the water, you're purging certain energies that are not conducive for your well-being. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's do some more cleansing on the crown. So washing out of the crown, then I'm going to come into the physical side of the body, the brain, the nervous system, and return you to a state of perfect calmness, removing any distortion caused by what we have described so far. I'm going to go for something a little softer. So this is this little guy's big brother, but the big brother is a lot softer. So we don't need so much energy for this. So this is going to be very, very gentle. Okay, so starting from the top of the bridge, the soul star looking good, cleansing the bridge, full capacity. So with every stage we may kick up some dust. So I go back to the top, make sure that we're doing a thorough job. So coming down the bridge, and okay, I'm getting to the top of the crown, feeling a little pinch release. Okay, like some obstruction being released, so clearing that, Okay, very effective. By the way, I'm feeling what you're feeling, so this is a great relief. I'm going to say this, there is no greater pleasure than the cessation of suffering. And so this is really positive. Okay, clearing around the crown and the third eye. Now moving to the physical part of your being, focusing on the central nervous system, the brain. So very, very gently entering from both temples and surrounding the brain, washing every single neuron with the light that is now powerfully making its way in, washing the entire brain surface, the cortex, and now penetrating into the deeper levels all the way to the core of the brain, following it down to the base of the brain, now entering the top of the spinal cord and continuing to move down, entering the spine, moving down the neck, cleansing everything and bringing a perfect sense of calm and well-being. Now at the base of the neck, when it connects to the torso, moving downwards and outwards, filling the shoulders and arms, all the nerves going to the tips of the fingers, coming down, throat and larynx, clearing them, entering the upper part of the torso. Okay, so far we have got 75% of the motor neurons. Moving down now at the bottom of the chest, between the shoulders, behind the heart, cleansing the nerves connected to the heart and the nerves inside the heart itself. Now continuing downwards, moving out towards all the internal organs and the digestive system. That's another brain. It's got its entire own consciousness, cleansing that and relaxing the digestive system, all internal organs, moving downwards. Lower part of the back, sacral plexus and tailbone, all nerves connected to the hips, reproductive organs, and now moving sideways in the hips and entering the legs, washing the nerves going into the feet, moving down now at knee level, washing at ankle level, and now washing the feet. We've covered everything. Perfect. And pushing all of that into the earth through your earth bridge. It's at a sufficient level to do this right now. We'll strengthen it further as we reach that stage of the healing. Okay, and let's do this one more time. Another complete wash, starting from the infinity of the branches of your soul star, pulling in even more light. Okay, full capacity. Coming into the soul star, washing the bridge and crown. Let's take a look at the third eye. So in order to restrict your manifestation, the third eye isn't an eye, it is a projector of reality and your consciousness, not just in the physical realm, but all realms. I'm going to there's a little, like a crab or a spider, connected and with the little legs grabbing hold of the third eye. I'm going to just remove it out of your phase, out of your dimension. Okay. Didn't take much. Now very gently entering from the right side of the right temple, moving towards the third eye energy center, and I'm grabbing it. Okay, it's wiggling like bloody crazy, but it's got nothing to hold on to. Good. Zero injury. Perfect. Moving it out of the third eye clear, pulling it out of the head from the left side, pulling it out of your aura. And so now let us examine this little guy. Okay, this is far more recent. This is this lifetime. These guys are very frequent. You see them in a lot of people. No problem. Let's call all of its kind in again. Let's extend this blessing and healing, which is a result of your merit and willpower, to all those inflicted. So this is removal of harm, and so there is no violation in this. It is a violation that these things exist to begin with, so we are just rectifying things. So let's pull in all of its kind with the same protocol, moving them out of phase and detaching them from the third eye of all those inflicted. And it's beyond just humans. Many other sentient beings, energetic beings, elementals are inflicted with these. Part of the control structure in place. Okay, so going multi-D in every domain that consciousness exists, opening an appropriate number of portals and pulling these little guys all into one place. Closing all portals, but first sending blessing and healing to everyone affected. Closing all the portals, and now we've got a whole big gathering of these little crabs in one place. So we have dealt with their kind, this model, with serial numbers, surprisingly. Let's see if they will to ascend. It's interesting. They don't understand ascension. Their level of consciousness is very limited. Like a worm. See, dogs and cats are evolved beings. These are kind of like worm-like. They don't have enough spirit or light in them to understand what's what. They're just performing a task in a mechanical fashion. And so their technology is not worth keeping either. They're not very evolved, so there's nothing useful left in them. Beyond the removal of harm, there's nothing more to be done. Let's just destroy them. So burning them all to such a degree that what remains can once again be of service to the highest good of all. Okay, good. Let's see. Third. Please. Please go ahead.
And they come in, spirits, entities, how and from where?
We pick these up usually when our defenses are weakened.
Yes.
And this occurs in situations where there's a lot of emotional and energetic turbulence. You see attachment of entities and devices, especially when somebody goes through trauma. Mm-hmm. And that's one instance. This also may occur when somebody is extremely happy. So you see, again, extreme fluctuations in the energy weaken our aura and allow these things to make it in. And so therefore it's so important to be at a balanced level, be level-headed, be at our core, be grounded and present. And so there's no shame in this. We are human after all. It's one of the ways that we are afflicted through our emotions, through our heart, through our loving nature. We love something, it's taken. We go through sadness and we are weakened. And that's how many of demonic attachments occur. When the person is at a state of despair, they come down in energy vibration, and then they're within reach of darker things. While if you just dip down and immediately pull yourself up, there's not enough time for these things to burrow in and make connections. So the best thing is to maintain high energy, gratitude, love, joy, and so on. If momentarily we dip down, that is okay, such is the nature of what we are, but again, quickly pulling ourselves up. So really, when defenses are weakened and people linger in the darkness for too long, that's when this happens.
From where?
It's all around us. It's a matter of access. You see, location is just an illusion from physical reality. So is time. So it's really a matter of vibration. Mm-hmm. So somebody is high vibing. Negative voodoo does not work. Curses do not work. And so therefore, in order to affect somebody, they first have to be pulled down into, let's say, heartbreak, into sorrow, despair, loss, that grief. And that is when then they're within range. So within firing range. And so that is the description of this to the best of my understanding. If somebody maintains high energy clear connection to source, they are invulnerable. So the example of how you were inflicted with this energetic curse, you were first presented with the fact of the betrayal. It broke your heart. Okay, so if you were in your full warrior self, knowing they are enemies, they wouldn't have reached you. It would be impossible. Your defenses were up. First, they presented the betrayal. It sunk your heart momentarily, long enough for all this rest of the stuff to be done, you see.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. So third eye, clear, tiny bit of cleansing from where the legs were making contact and kind of piercing into your energetic structure. Let's just remove, like imagine a grease or lubricant or isolation around a screw or bolt, something like that. We're removing that now. So burning it up and crushing it down into sand. Done. And now pulling it out of your energy. Perfect. And now let us bring in some healing. You're pulling in full capacity light immediately. So that's very impressive, by the way. So healing the third eye. The brain is looking good. Now let's continue from the top. And now we're going to go to the jade gate, back of the head. Increasing the flow through the branches, concentrating into the soul star, coming down through the perfectly healthy bridge into the crown, washing the entire brain, coming to the fourth, washing the third eye, and now going to the back of the head, the jade gate. Good news, it's open. This means that your team, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, all those good people, had way to communicate with you, and therefore there is no backlog. So let's perfectly open this up so this happens in greater capacity. There's so much that you can access through communicating with these other aspects of yourself. So opening it up, I'm going to go with the stronger little brother. So breaking up any blockages in the gate. Okay, let's clear out, see how we're doing. Pulling out with the obsidian, all these little shards, little pieces of sand, and a little bit more, fully clearing the jade gate. Okay, we made it through. Perfect. And now let's perfectly cleanse. You have observed much atrocity, much cruelty done to humanity. It's incredibly heavy. Let's see if this would serve a purpose, because you already know what is what. There's no need for you to be exposed to this trauma. It doesn't serve any purpose. Would you want these so there is a little backlog, larger packets of information waiting to come through. And basically it's the suffering of mankind over the past 5,000 or so years. It would just upset you. Again, pull down your energy. Would you like this to be removed for only beneficial things to come in?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's remove that from your energy. In this particular session, we're dealing a lot with consciousness. And so, such is the nature of information. So manipulating consciousness in this way is a exciting new experience for me. So extracting the negativity, anything holding the energy of suffering and pain and anguish out of the backlog, just purifying what's going to be coming in. And let's disintegrate them with blessings, removing all those memories of pain and trauma. Okay, gone. So only that will benefit you is left to come in one by one in sequence. You've been through enough. You don't need more. Okay? Especially because it's not yours. It's from an elevated position observing the state of mankind, which has been getting progressively worse over time. Okay, I'm happy with that. We don't need to put any filter in. It's all clear information, beneficial and beautiful to be remembered without obstruction in a very short amount of time. So Jade Gate, thumbs up. Let's do one more scan of the head, and then we can move down to the throat and enter, let's call it quote unquote, the physical domain. Pulling in more light. Branches of Soul Star, good. Soul Star, good. Pristine, bridge, clean, healthy, crown. Likewise, so again from the Jade Gate, we kicked up a little bit of dust, doing a little cleansing on the crown and third eye, going again over the Jade Gate, base of the skull, all the way through the neck to the limits of the throat chakra, clearing out, vacuuming out, and now washing over with light. Everything in the head, thumbs up, doing pretty good, better than good, pristine condition. And now coming down the neck and illuminating with light the throat chakra. Okay, some injuries here. Basically, the throat chakra, this center, is associated with this phrase. The truth of everything outside is already within me. This would mean living in truth, but knowing the truth of everything everywhere, but also in connection with the heart, a loving expression of truth, the way that it is not harsh or damaging. And so through this, again, in the past, in the recent past, I'm talking past 5 or 6 centuries, when the Crusades have been in full blow, full activity, you have been punished severely for this energy of truth. So you have maintained your gifts to the extent possible throughout many lifetimes, favoring the female vessel because it is more conducive for expression of healing and love. And so you would have spoken your truth. This would have offended the fragile egos of many in power. Their narcissism and their fragility could not take it, so they would have punished you. Okay, and this would explain your dislike for a lot of things. Okay, there are actual reasons for it, although the events are not recorded in this current brain and memory system. You carry the energy. Let's remove all of that because it is unbecoming. So again, moving it all out of your phase so it does not catch on anything as we're removing. Okay, and so very gently and respectfully, I'm entering the boundaries of the body from the right side of the neck, moving towards the center. Okay, at throat chakra, wiggling all these cords, implants and heavy energy, all the little tendrils out, pushing towards the central plane of the body, gone through halfway. Everything is out of the throat, removing it from the left side of the neck, out of your body, pulling it out of your energy. And let's burn. Again, going back to healing, divine feminine energy, focusing on your throat, bringing in healing for your throat. Oh my goodness, that is so much better. I was getting almost like a sensation of nausea. Very, very heavy darkness that was inflicted on you, and it is no more, as if it never existed, my dear friend. From all this, please just keep the wisdom and throw all the rest away. So in terms of experience, you are one wealth of experience, carrying the wisdom of ages within you. So throat, I'm happy. Throat looking good. Let's go right again, back to the top. Soul Star, good. Coming down the bridge, good. Crown, good. Third eye, excellent. Jade Gate, open and clear, excellent. Throat looking good, and now pushing towards the higher heart. Good. Your ability to love unconditionally in a divine way has never been compromised. Coming down to the heart, center of the chest. Okay, a little bit of mending and cleaning required. So, my dear friend, as divine beings, we love, and sometimes we get hurt. This can be through loss, betrayal, heartache, and our loving nature being abused. Some of it comes from earlier in life, some of it from childhood, but much of it comes from other incarnations where it has not been healed and dealt with, and so we keep carrying this forward with us. And we've gone into a good amount of detail where this would have conclusively made a mark, that betrayal event that had a limiting effect on your energy. And so we're going to fix this. Every time any one of these wounds or betrayals happen, it leaves a little chip or crack in the otherwise perfect jewel that is the heart. And so you may ask, well, how do we fix such a thing? We are going to melt it and cast it brand new and fill whatever is missing with light. Okay, and so in accordance to this, very gently and respectfully, I am entering from the front of the chest and placing my hands underneath the heart, supporting it like a soft pillow. And now calling back to you your own energy of love, that which you have extended with no want, with no expectation towards everyone and everything, calling back your energy. And so it's streaming in back through multiple twirls or twisters, entering the heart and heating it up, continuing to give your heart its energy back. And so it's warming up, getting warmer, increasing the flow of energy returning to you. And so it's starting to lose its solidity, becoming wobbly at the edges, continuing to heat it up, and now it's slowly starting to melt from the edges inward. And now we've got a perfect liquid, and now it's starting to spiral healthily. I'm going to go through and pull out all the cords and implants. So I'm inside the heart, gathering all of these into one little bundle. Okay. And the consistency is like a metal scrubbing wire that you would use to scrub pots and pans. All sort of intertangled and mingled little cords, pulling them there out of the heart. And now let's pull out of the boundaries of the body. I'm feeling this. Okay, so you have been carrying a lot of it, my dear friend. Okay, pulling it out of your energy and now burning it all away. So returning to the heart again, going underneath and supporting the heart like a cushion and giving it more energy. Perfect liquid, clear of major implants, major cords that were siphoning off your energy. This is going to be the conclusive part of our session today. The heart is so important. And so let's continue heating it up to the boiling point. Okay, starting to bubble and evaporate. Good, good, good. Let's keep heating up the heart for every last droplet to turn into gas. Okay, almost completed. Heating up the heart further. We've got all your energy back, and now let's supplement it from light. Supplement it with light from the beloved divine, pulling in through the bridge into the crown and nourishing and strengthening the heart so that it evaporates further. Perfect gas. Let's heat up the gas now, fully excited into a supercharged plasma like the sun. Okay, almost there, and boom, the sun is online. So now in the center of the chest you have a perfect emerald sun. And here, please co-create with me. With every breath you take in, you are strengthening the sun further. And with every exhalation, you are letting go of the soot and smoke of what is burning. Anything that is not love, cannot exist in this energy. And so anything we might have missed in the first stages of clearing the heart is now being burnt completely, purifying the heart like a self-cleaning oven. Okay, very good. And so with your breathing, we're going to increase the size of your heart for you, making it larger and more powerful. Okay, getting to the size that it is now filling the chest, giving it more divine energy. It's now starting to come out of the boundaries of the chest, encompassing the head, now making it larger and more powerful. It just cleared all the lower chakras, burnt away what doesn't belong. It's encompassing your entire body. Let's make it even more powerful, cleansing anything that is around you, lingering, that was not visible in the first glance, pulling it all to the boundaries of the sun. As it hits the surface, it burns away, making it larger. Now it's encompassing the entire room you are in, continuing to strengthen and enlarge this powerful sun, raising in size and energy. Now it's encompassing the entire building that you are in. Let's make it larger and even more powerful, extending it to the size of a city block, burning away anything around you that was kind of hiding in the bushes, so to speak. We got you. Okay, let's keep the heart at this level of energy, but now let's reduce its size. Okay, maintaining energy levels and shrinking back down, back to the size that would encompass a building, back to the size that would fill the entire room. Now shrinking it so it only holds your entire body. Now back to the size where it's only protruding out of the chest, and now back to the size of the regular heart chakra, while maintaining the energy of a sun, the size of a city block. Okay, we'll keep it at this level. I'm not seeing any negative reaction to this heightened energy level. This is very becoming. It is appropriate. Now, the good thing about this kind of enhancement to the heart is you will still feel naturally, but nothing can burrow in and anchor. It will just burn away. So your capacity to feel and be empathetic, is not diminished. Only that you will not have to carry the burden of others. So this is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Heart, thumbs up. Heightened energy, very good. And now it's affecting in a most positive way, nourishing the upper chakras. Okay, so everything from the soul star down to the heart, thumbs up. We are better than good. So let's see now that the heart is awakened. Well, if you remember, I mentioned the Tuatha De Danann, the elevated teachers and warriors that worked with the Celts, with the Irish people, revered as gods because of their grace, yet very much so sentient beings. Now you are one of them, my dear friend. You are one of these beautiful beings, and I'm getting goosebumps all over my body. You can't fake this kind of thing. Oh. I've never seen one of you before. And it is such an honor, my dear friend. You weren't just the carrier of the wisdom, you were the wisdom. And so the events that drove out these noble beings from the earth realm, of course they would have targeted you. You refused to go. So this is a momentous event. You now very rightfully have the skill and the knowledge to reopen the portal. The world is in desperate need of the return of these ascended masters. So you were asking, hey, what about my mission? What about my journey? There you go.
Where are the others?
They're waiting for you to open the door.
Oh,
Believe me, I've tried. It's not in my skill set, but it is in yours.
you need to-
How amazing. Oh my. No wonder your energy is strange. It's like I've never seen anything quite like it. All these boundaries placed on, the sophistication of it, it's unparalleled. The level of complexity and sophistication in what was used against you is unique. It has not been. I haven't ever seen this, and I've been in this game for a long time. Many incarnations. This is my first encounter with one of you, and I honor you so greatly. Oh my goodness. Okay, shall we continue? My dear beloved friend.
Yes. And I'll go over to the part if you have any suggestions of what I can do.
Oh, you are, see, once you come back to you, that is all that is needed. You see, there's nothing missing. There's nothing that you have to search for or learn or gain. It is all here now. The only way they could deal with a being like you is to cover you up and suppress you. Now that being removed, there is no preventing of what you have come to do. It's impossible. And so through that betrayal they got to you, now at a soul level, you know better. The same old trick will not work again.
That was my question. No more
Yes.
betrayal.
No. You'll see it coming. You'll see it coming. You'll know. So this is profound. Okay, let's continue. By the way, the heart cleansed everything. If anything needed, it would be just to do some healing work, because all the blackness, all that doesn't belong, just burnt away through the heart activation. So pulling in more light. Oh, by the way, I'll leave the intensity up to you. You can pull in light like nobody else. I'm not familiar with the default structure of your soul, your energy. The human vessel is quite resilient, but do this in steps, in incremental steps. Don't blast the physical body away, because there is such a thing as too much. Give yourself a period of few days to increase. You'll get a good idea after this session as you normalize back to baseline once again, really becoming you for the first time in a very long time.
So there's no Kundalini thieves in the night.
Well, there were.
Okay.
But you burnt out the circuitry. Oh, yes, absolutely there were. The circuitry is burnt out. Yes, extensive connection through the sacral plexus, tailbone, extending all the way into the hips, going down the thighs, reproductive organs. Oh, yes, you were harvested, very, very much so. But the heart blasting burnt out all of that. So, yes, absolutely correct. Correct. Yes. Without a shed of doubt. But from now forward is just cleansing and healing. There's no need for the sistrum anymore to be removed. It just went, you burnt it. You burnt it.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
I have a friend, a sister, Liana. Is this going to help her?
You being you is going to help so many You have no idea.
Because I sense that she has been with me many lifetimes.
So just going into the interaction, not into her energy, with complete respect. And yes, you have supported each other over many lifetimes. The loving relationship is very true. You are absolutely correct. There is a deep bond there. I would not be surprised if she is also one of your kind.
Agree.
But you will be able to help her. Your very presence will be healing for her. And if you feel the need for the work that we've done by me to be done for her, I would be delighted to assist. But I leave that up to your judgment. There is absolutely no need for it. You have within you certain technologies that are way beyond what I can do. If anything, I just reminded you of what you are, whom you are. Okay, so short answer is yes. Absolutely yes. Okay, so everything to the heart is perfect. Let's pull in more light, going all the way from the soul star down the bridge into the crown, washing third eye, jade gate, throat, all good. Higher heart good. Now illuminating solar plexus, sacral, tanden, and root. Oh yeah, lots of things to be filled in. Let's just fill in the vacuum or the void left by what is burnt out with light, so that your energy structure is reconstituted according to the perfect design, all the way into the feet and down the bridge. If anything left is just reconstructing the earth bridge, so you can anchor the light into the earth and affect people through prayer. You see many people call to the divine, each by their own words and their own name. And so they call for blessings and healing. Through your energy, it will be at their reach, at their fingertips. So again, they need to call to the divine, but you are very much so the instrument of deliverance, of divine healing and blessing. And so for that, you would benefit from a stronger connection to Earth and her natural grids. And by the way, the natural grids are established once again. This is news. This is brand new information I just received. This is so good. So this means that now the children coming in will be born with greater gifts, and that as they hit puberty, they will upload much of their soul memory. Oh my God, this is monumental. Hey, amazing stuff happening today. I rejoice. So let's see. Okay, the healing of the energetic structures, the vortices, which are the solar plexus, sacral, tanden, and root, is completed. This did not take much time whatsoever. Clearing is complete. Everything all the way down to the base of the feet. Thumbs up. Okay, you're back to you, energetically restored. Now let's strengthen the earth bridge and the earth star. Earth star is healthy. Connection to earth is healthy. So if you've done any shamanic work, anything dealing with nature, with animals and children, this has had a very beneficial effect on your energy. So that bridge, which would have been severed at birth or in fetal stages, is reestablished. Let's just strengthen it up and give it the codes to grow in perfect harmony with your soul bridge. So as you pull in more light, you also have the capacity to anchor every bit of it. We don't want a bottleneck in the path. Okay, so from the base of your feet, encouraging more light is right now at about, say, 14-15%. Let's bring it back up to its full capacity. So light spiraling down from the base of your feet and hitting the Earth Star chakra. Every photon leaves in its wake a trail of light, and thus reconstructing the bridge back to perfection, pulling in more light. Okay, up 20%. 30, 40. Please allow me to do some gentle cleansing. We're pushing out of your body a lot of stuff too. So let's cleanse the bridge and Earth Star and vacuum all of that out of the way. Okay, excellent, excellent. Let's continue reconstructing the bridge with light. 50%, 60. So you see, as the stream is intensifying, it's washing away more, further purifying with light all those little pieces of debris that we missed from the rest of the body, because we primarily focused on the central axis. But now this is washing through the entire vessel, opening up all the other meridians and nerve clusters in the body. So that's perfect. That's really positive. Let me do another level of cleansing on the base of the feet and the bridge and the Earth Star. This is all being washed out of your system. Okay, breaking up and pulling out of your energy. No more left. That's good, good, good. Let's continue building the bridge. 70%. We just got a big clump. Where did that come from? Lower hip region, maybe causing stiffness in the joints and so on. Just a massive thing, just boom, fell down. Let's break it up for you. Okay, and vacuuming the little sand particles out of your energy, cleansing the thighs down to the knees, further down towards the ankles, cleansing the feet, going down into the earth bridge, cleansing the Earth Star, and continuing reconstructing the bridge. I love that you're breathing. Yes, yes, baby, exactly. Okay, pulling in more light, 80%, 85%, 90. Okay, a lot of accumulated no, it's all being washed out. This is incredible. So let's break up what we pulled out of your energy. Vacuuming out once again. By the way, I am burning up. The body doesn't know how to interpret this kind of energy. It thinks it's heat, and so therefore you start sweating. So it's good, really good stuff. Cleansing with the vacuum cleaner what we broke up with my little loyal obsidian. Okay, down into the Earth Star, and now let's finish the job. 95 and 100. Okay, Earth Star, Earth Bridge down into the Earth Star, fully established to full strength. Now, do I need to do any upgrades to the design? Yes. For the earth side of things, anchoring you down into physical reality. Let's upgrade the design of the bridge and the Earth Star. Okay, you have left behind for yourself in the Library of Life an upgraded design. Would you like to receive the upgrade? Thank you very much. Okay, let's go ahead with this then. Okay, so opening a portal to the Divine Library of Life, entering, respectfully announcing my presence. And so there is a single packet or package upgraded design for the Earth Star. You have placed in safekeeping in this library for this event, for seeing everything in multiple incarnations and planning ahead of time. Okay, so now opening a portal, connecting to your soul star, beginning the stream of the download. Okay, it just hit the crown, entering through the cleansed body very easily, going all the way down the vessel, exiting the feet, over the bridge, and now washing away the old design of the Earth Star chakra. Flow continues, unobstructed, no distortion or errors. That's perfect. it's not erasing the old design, it is enhancing it. So it's keeping parts of the old structure for you, but filling in the gaps, enhancing and increasing the level of complexity very drastically, up to 20%. Continuing. Thank you for your patience. Let me strengthen the physical body while this goes on. 40% complete. Getting more information in. This is a big download. Halfway through. It's now completely overwritten the old design. More information coming in through the tube of light. 60%. I'm going to strengthen your physical body a little bit further while this goes on. 70%. So this is the cedar, the divine masculine, giving you strength. Okay, 80%. We're almost there. Bear with me and thank you for your patience. Okay, 90%. Very, very elaborate. This is a big upgrade your kind would not have had previously. This is maybe part of the reason you stayed behind, accumulating this. We'll have a look into it further. 95, a little bit more. Okay, last piece of stream exited the library. Now in over the soul bridge into the crown, and it just landed completely in the location of the new Earth star. So respectfully taking a bow, leaving the library of life, closing the portal behind me, and also disconnecting this from your soul star. Download is complete. And okay, this is very beautiful. It's now unfolding. I typically see this as like origami, unfolding and opening up, taking ever increasing complexity in its appearance. So let's give you some energy so this completely integrates and unfolds. And so it's now going on a planar configuration, like on a surface, but around geometric pattern at the level of the soul star. So inside the earth, also upgrading and mending the local grids where you step. Now that the grids are online to an acceptable level, it can accept your ascended and elevated and complex energy. Okay, integration is complete. So this will now allow you to anchor that immense light of your soul that you are pulling in, reaching anybody on the surface of this earth, and again within the earth dwelling conscience, sentient kind, and every single form of life above the surface, again in the depths of the ocean to the peaks of the mountains, also benefiting earth elementals swimming in the atmosphere. They're less known and they like it that way, but it's now within reach of every sentient being that prays to the divine, and it is now anchored successfully. So the mechanism making this available to those who pray is in place. And the earth herself, oh, she's good. She is better than good. Again, with every one of your kind and those similar to you who are instruments of change and enhancement and evolution and ascension, Earth is able to pull in more energy, returning to her former glory, because she has also been abused and diminished greatly over the past hundreds of millions of years, for the purpose of the experiment, again, divine experiment of guaranteed unnatural evolution to take place, so that the environment for souls coming into human bodies and experiencing a great diversity and richness of feeling and circumstance could take place. So it's all in divine order, But now the time has come for things to change and things to become softer and more conducive to the elevation of the collective. Sorry, that needed to come through. I was babbling on, kind of losing it for a moment, so I hope it made sense to you. Oh my goodness, that was profound. And now your energy is really illuminated. Just pure light. And again, I'm seeing the form that your infinite soul is presenting to me. The white metal on a female warrior with the white staff. Now, I'm not sure if this is metal or wood, but it is brilliant white. Also the armor and the horse. So this is the imagery I'm getting, and the horse is on the two back legs with a victory salute, yes, with the spear up in the air. And again, I'm getting goosebumps. You see, you can't fake this kind of thing. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, my dear esteemed friend, in terms of the condition of your energy and what interacts with the physical body, you are in pristine condition. Ancient limitations are no more, as if they never existed. That which is not conducive to you being you, because that is the purpose. You don't need to struggle or learn or do anything or do any legwork. No. It's all here now. It is all you. It is you by default. That is present. You asked about your esteemed sister. Let's make that your first project. So, well, let's make it your second project. First, of course, is you. So allow your physical body to catch up, because energetically things happen pretty instant. But with the denser physical things like the vessel, it takes a sequence, this after this after this. So give yourself a little time for the body to reach full strength. And then second passion project, help your sister. With each victory, you will become more confident as the conscious mind has the evidence to put patterns together and come to certainty. And that certainty will give you an incredible level of confidence, relaxation, and trust, further enhancing how much light you can pull into this realm. Okay, I'm perfectly happy. I think we are good.
Will it help to use crystals?
Crystals are vessels of the earth elemental kind. They become hosts to packets of consciousness we would like to call souls. And the very greatest ones are in massive crystals, strategically placed under the surface, at the depths of the oceans and at the heights of mountains, to host guardian beings. And so I like to call them guardian crystals. They are incredibly gentle and delicate conscious beings. Think of interacting with a 3-year-old. That level of softness and gentleness is required. And so this is very much built into your energy. In order to communicate and build a bond of friendship and alliance, I'm going into channel mode, so please forgive me if my eyes close. In order to build a bond of friendship and alliance with these gentle and loving conscious beings, begin with awakening them, for their lifespans are geological. They see the rise of mountains and the evaporation of oceans as if it is a moment. And so much of their existence is in a state of sleep. Begin by gently caressing and blowing your breath upon the surface of the crystal as if you were awakening an infant from a gentle and pleasant sleep. Begin with the greatest of all energies, which is the phrase, I love you. I love you, awaken. And so once the crystal awakens, the interaction becomes stronger. Do not be surprised if they interact powerfully with your conscious mind, showing you their journey, where they come from, their wealth of experience and knowledge, and interact fully with your conscious mind. In order to ask for answers, think of these beautiful sentient beings as physical computers. They require an interaction and investment in the form of light and emotion. Very much so, bring them into the equation and the conversation about the problem, and then allow them to gently whisper telepathically within your mind their consultation, what they would recommend, and a wealth of knowledge. Towards this, there are crystals awaiting for you to come into contact with them once again, namely Lemurian master crystals, which you were in possession of to fairly recently. The time scale is warped and it does not hold meaning, but for much of your existence you took great advantage of forming alliances with these gentle and benevolent sentient beings. Once you open the door, the memories of your mastery will pour into your consciousness to such a degree that it will wash away all doubt and all hesitation. You also have the gift within your energetic structure to bestow upon an ordinary crystal the gift of a soul. You have facilitated this embodiment and incarnation of the gentle guardian kind, also called earth elementals, those of the most benevolent and masterful nature, into this earthly realm. These are all things that you have mastered over and over and over again to such an extent that it has become part of your signature frequency. Trust, beloved one, trust in the certainty that it is all built within you. Progress with ease, trust and relaxation, and it will all fall into place in miraculous order.
Amazing.
I'm getting better at channeling. When I started, I wouldn't remember anything, but I was here. I got that. That was amazing. So yes, yeah, I think you have your answer.
One more question.
Please.
I have always been very fond of birds.
Please say again.
Very fond of birds.
Ah, well, that is natural. Their initial form, you had a hand in the creation. Okay, I'm going again, so please bear with me. The divine experiment upon the surface of this glorious earth has gone through many iterations, perfecting the design for the physical part of the human vessel. Earlier iterations focused on reptilian kind, and what has been gained, extracted, and learned from their design resides within the structure of modern day humanity. This type of prototypical life form or vessel was one of the projects you were intimately involved with, and therefore you have greater understanding on an energetic level of the intricacies and delicacies of the reptilian form. They also evolved further on after their time elapsed into warm-blooded creatures. The modern day avians started out with the more primitive reptiles that also had the gift of swimming within the oceans and flight within the air. But this typical, archetypical type of vessel survived the extinction as it was warm-blooded, and in terms of body mass and the number of cells in the vessel, they were considerably smaller than their brethren, and so they continued to live on. They now act as vessels for elevated spirits, as messengers and signs. You have the gift, not only the gift of understanding where they come from and their energy, but also in communication with them. If you so choose to remember your shamanic past, you can also, with the agreement of these beautiful creatures, enter within their vessel and experience what they see as they travel within the air, and observe what they see with their incredible gift of sight. This is known in the shamanic tradition to a great extent, and it is greatly and well established, though not well known in the current time. The bond is ancient, and so if you find amusement and satisfaction in pursuing this endeavor, please feel free to proceed. There are no limits to what you can achieve in terms of spiritual practice. You have had a hand in the creation and perfection of many modalities, in point of fact, in the creation and perfection of life itself.
I have so many questions, but I know that you've given me much of your time. So.
It's quite okay. It's quite okay. It's an absolute honor, my dear friend. And I think that, these are going to come in to your consciousness. Allow a short amount of time, a few days, for the body to catch up. You're going to reach a certain unity. I like to call this unified consciousness harmonics, where the conscious mind and the other parts of your consciousness, all the way up to the source of all sources, come into union and harmony. And so this is what is required for just opening up libraries and so on. And you're right there. You're right there.
I do have one more question.
Oh, of course, no problem.
Traveling across the Sahara, the Sahara, on the tops of trucks, I always felt very safe because I could see the Pleiades. They were warm for me. So I think there is some part, whenever, that may have a connection there. The rest I don't know so much, but it's just something I was curious.
The travels and migrations of your soul are extensive. Your source of origination do not lie within the current universe. You have migrated across 3 and observed the birth, the youth, the aging, and the natural death of 2 previous universes. You have migrated within this universe with the blessing of the prime creators of both. And so you have been a member of many species along your travels, playing the role of illuminator. But your role has been more focused on the design, the technicality, the scientific requirements and prerequisites of life, and your longing for the Pleiades. And that noble and beautiful collective has the reason thus you have had a hand in their creation and their evolution and evolving and mastery also. So you may glance upon them as your older children, as humanity and what has emerged upon the surface of this beautiful earth as the latest batch of little ones that you have had a great role in their creation. And so where do we start and where do we end? It is not possible to fit the infinite ocean into one cup. All one can do is sample but a cup from the infinite ocean and release once again. Please keep in mind, knowledge without utility is a burden. And so from the infinite ocean of consciousness, draw in to the limited and fragile conscious mind that which serves you at the present. Take full advantage and then gracefully release back into the infinite ocean so that it may not become a burden upon you. The only thing that you require is knowing that you are never separated from that infinite ocean of source, that you are the mighty ocean. Though you are one drop of it, you are the mighty ocean in one drop.
Your head is glowing.
I know. Hey, stuff happens. Hey, it's okay. Oh yes, yes. I'm extremely happy, elated, and honored to come into your presence. This is a day of days, a cause for celebration and rejoicing. You're back.
Me as well. You are such an extraordinary gift, and whatever we can send you now or with time to enhance yourself and your abilities. So,
Thank you. I accept with gratitude and humility. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. You can see I'm glowing even more now. All right. So I'm going to allow for Zoom to process the video. As soon as it is ready, I'll send you a download link. And so I also made a mistake with the time, so I signed on an hour early and sent you 2 emails. But that was my mistake. Everything is good. I'm very happy that we had our session on time, so that was my mistake. I apologize for the 2 extra emails. But no, you did everything correctly.
okay.
It's me kind of being my normal happy-go-lucky bouncy self. Yeah, it's none of your. I'm just apologizing for spamming your email.
It's fine.
So I'll use the same email that you used for booking. I'll send you the download link. Both of us were kind of in and out in different zones of consciousness. So perhaps if you have a look at the video, I'm looking at my hat on my head. This is cool. So perhaps if you have a look at the video later, there may be extra pieces of information. It surely beats the hell out of writing. So maybe you take a look at it later at another time and it will have some more information for you.
But what does the Wivenhoe mean? Is it a place?
The what?
Wivenhoe?
Wivenhoe, yes. It's a little village where I went to university, and so it's where I became who I am. And so the location, the grounds where the university is constructed is Wivenhoe Park. And so traditionally in the county Essex, there have been many witches. It's one of those hot spots, and so the energy has been incredibly conducive to my growth. It's where I became the wizard, and so I honor that location, although I don't live there anymore. It's where I connected to Mother Earth, and a lot happened for me. So that's where Wivenhoe is. It's in the county Essex near Colchester.
Okay. Very curious. All right. Thank you Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
an absolute pleasure and honor. I'll send you the link, and please don't be a stranger. Write to me every now and again. If there's anything I can help with, I'll be delighted to. Okay, so hey, take good care of yourself.
Yes.
Have a fantastic day. Continue being awesome.
You as well.
All right. Take care of yourself. Okay, have a great day. Bye for now. Bye bye.